already. They need a victory really today. They need to avoid defeat. If they lose here, they are out. They're wearing their change strip, the dark blue with the mint green trim, against the Tunisia side, who will be full of confidence after that opening day draw. David Connolly, former Republic of Ireland striker, is alongside me. Healthy crowd, and the Tunisians will be roared on by big support here.
Yeah, absolutely. As we saw in the Denmark game, there was an early crunching challenge. Well, it nearly took out Christian Eriksen. Had a wry smile. It's like only with the challenge. It certainly got the fans going. I think there's something like 30,000 expats, Tunisian expats in Doha. So, yeah, look, heavily outnumbered the Aussies in this crowd, and they'll certainly look to harness that. We saw the energy the Tunisians brought right to their performance. It was really, really good. Plenty of enthusiasm as well, and they got some talent. You know, they'll certainly need that energy today, that's for sure. And it'll be a tough game for Australia.
It will indeed. How do Australia approach this then? They know defeat and they're out, but realistically they probably need all 3 points, don't they?
Well, look, they got the hardest one out the way. You know, of the games left, remaining games, this will be the one they'll be looking to take points from, but it is a tough group. Make no mistake, it is difficult. They're going to have to try and keep it as tight as possible, not lose their confidence from that French game, you know, because, you know, they are a world-class team, one of the favourites at this World Cup. Maybe Atkinson could feel a little bit unfortunate to pay the price, because I think anyone up against, you know, Mbappe would find it difficult, but nonetheless, Graham Arnold, he's not afraid to roll the dice. We saw that in the playoffs when he brought on his reserve goalkeeper just for the penalty shootout, and it worked. So Graham Arnold has shown, even in qualifying, he's not afraid to make decisions, and he's made one here in that back line.
Yeah, they have got threats on the bench, Australia, certainly attacking threats on the bench, so it may be that he will have to shuffle things up later on, but it's going to be interesting how this game pans out here. We are almost set for action. The two teams going through the pre-match formalities. Just running you through the 11s again for Australia. They've got Ryan in goal, Karadzic, Sutar, Rolls and Bench at the back four. Moy, the holding midfielder, with Irvin and McGree either side of him. And up front it's Leckie, Duke and Goodwin. And for Tunisia, Darman is the goalkeeper, Brom, Maria and Talbi the back three. Then across the middle, Dreger, Sakiri, Ledoumi and Abdi. And then up top, Masakni and Jabali, with the one change, named Sleety of Al Etifak comes in. We're almost set for it now. There's always pressure at a World Cup, David, but it just feels like in this second round of games with so much to be decided, there's even more pressure on these games now.
Yeah, there is. I mean, you look at Tunisia and their preparation for this. They played the Arrow Cup in Qatar in December, a sort of test event. I know they lost in the final, but it's a huge turnout of fans there. It just feels like they've really prepared very well. Kadri's come in as the head coach. He was assistant, wasn't he? You know, Tunisia, second time qualifying for this tournament, and as I say, Masakni for me is their main man. You know, plays off the left, but he's a real talent. He put one on a plate for Jabali against Denmark, where he just had a little dink over Schmeichel, but he was so cute. He faked a shoot, Masakni, and then rolled it into the path of Jabali, and he's a real talent. How the Aussies deal with him will certainly be key today.
Yeah, we will indeed. We're almost set for action then at the Al Janoub Stadium in Al Wakra. Australia with that change strip will get us underway. And we're going from left to right. Countdown to kick-off is on. Another 4 huge games across the TalkSport network from the World Cup. Poland, Saudi Arabia, France, Denmark and Argentina, Mexico to come. And adding to that as well, some FA Cup second round action live and exclusive on TalkSport 2 after this one. And we've got everything covered as Tunisia look to work their way forward. Just happy to play keep ball at the moment, and for these players all about getting an early touch.
Yeah, good start here from Tunisia. I mean, Australia had the kick-off but played the ball up front, and Tunisia won it at the back, and it went into Jabali. Good hold-up play, sits it back to his team in midfield, and it's a good start from them again.
It is indeed. A couple of crunching tackles going from Australia, but Tunisia have won the ball, and they're working their way forward now. The sliding challenge, and the ball played up towards Riley McGree, but they've turned over possession again. Tunisia get the ball in. It's falling on the edge of the area. Can Tunisia get a shot away? No, they can't. But at the minute, Australia can't get hold of the ball. They can't get out of their own half.
Yeah, good start here, as you'd expect from Tunisia. Took an awful lot from that performance against Denmark, as you'd expect. Also, as well, they changed shape, didn't they? First game in this World Cup, predominantly played a back four, leading into this Tunisia. played Brazil, didn't they? Got heavily beaten 5-1, as you'd kind of expect. But in this World Cup, you know, the head coach gradually changed to a back three, and they've stuck with it again here.
Yeah, he looks quite confident on the sideline, as you'd expect. That point and a clean sheet as well in their opening round game, and they'll look to build on this. Can they get the goals they need here? They've got France to come in their final game, so they really would want to win this one if they can. And again, it's Tunisia who are just getting hold of the ball, but it's played forward by Australia and worked all the way back to the keeper, who will knock it long. Emin Daman, and the ball headed. Bit of head tennis in the middle of the field. Finally, Australia with Moy get hold of it. Now they've got a chance down their left-hand side, but the pass forward just too heavy. They'll be a little bit disappointed with that. That was a decent chance to get it down and play.
Well, the first time Aaron Moy, as you'd expect, trying to show a little bit of composure. Graham Arnold just shouting on to his team there. I'm sure he's sort of saying just to calm down, a bit of composure as well. Try and keep the ball for a pass or two. Nervy start from the Aussies.
Ball played long and up towards the centre forward there. Jabali's beaten in the air, but good closing down on the far side from Sahiri, who's got the face mask. Obviously quite a lot of them at the World Cup, aren't we, with players with facial injuries but playing on.
Well, certainly a lot of players, I think, you know, carrying injuries, seeing if they are fit. Khazri was one, isn't he, for Tunisia? I thought he might start, but he's on the bench again.
Yeah, good defending over on the far side from Tunisia. Australia finally approaching 3 minutes gone here. They've got a throw-in down by the corner flag on their left-hand side. And they struck early against France. Can they do the same here? The hitch on the far side, or just get the ball back from the throw-in. Can he engineer an opening? No, he can't. He loses possession and he loses a throw-in as well.
Yeah, just a little simple set there, and then try and get the ball in the box to Duke. When they are kicking into their own fans there, Australia. As you say, got off to a good start against France.
Looking to play out from the back. A nice run, but they look for the crossfield switch, and that's too easy there for Karacic, but his clearance or pass forward was not a good one, but luckily for him, Tunisia can't control. It's out for a throw-in on halfway.
Yeah, Karacic could have just taken that down there, you know, and kept the ball rather than clearing first time.
Well, he's flicked on by Australia, but no one on the end of it. Duke there winning the header, and maybe a sign there that Australia not prepared to throw too many forward too early here.
Yeah, I think that's, you know, sensible, pragmatic start from them.
Tunisia again looking to get the ball forward, and Jabali will chase, and he's proving to be a bit of a nuisance here, and in the end all Australia can do is hack the ball out. Well, he wasn't the quickest there, Jabali, but he's won his side a throw in. What can they do from that? Australia trying to play their way out of trouble from the back, and now there could be a chance on the break here. They pick it up, and Lecky's looking to play a ball over to the far side. Australia down their left-hand side. Goodwin looking to put a good cross into the area. It's headed away around about the penalty spot. Moy will pick it up edge of the area. Did well under pressure, and he's won his side a free kick. He got flattered there, Aaron Moy.
Yeah, I think it's good midfield play here from Aaron Moy, as you'd expect. You know, picking up the second balls. That's cleared towards the edge of the box. Just moved this back out wide again to Goodwin. Not a bad ball in the box. Had a couple of players in there as well. 2 or 3 players made the box. It's a good area as well for a free kick. Goodwin over the ball, and Aaron Moy. You'd imagine it would be Moy with an in-swinger.
Yeah, it's just about a yard or so to the left edge of the penalty area. Is about, 28, 29 yards away. This is one of those where he could almost have a shot and hope someone gets something on it across the goalkeeper. You know all about Moy's set-piece capabilities. A line, high line on the edge of the 18-yard box for Tunisia here. First chance for Australia. It will be Moy to deliver it into the penalty area, but it's headed away well. And then the volley from Karacic is cleared away. Moy will try and recycle possession wide on the left-hand side, and Goodwin has it. Gets it back to Moy. And now they'll go back to the halfway line. It's quite clear Tunisia have been told to keep a firm eye on Aaron Moy. Every time he gets it, he's getting a little bit of a late kick, isn't he?
Yeah, they're snapping away at his heels. I mean, disappointing ball in, wasn't it, from Moy, you would say, especially with Suter in the box. You know, he's clearly the biggest player on the pitch. You've got to give him a chance of getting on the end of those. It's an under-hit ball in from Moy.
Yeah, it was, but they are starting to have a bit more possession here, a little bit more joy, Australia. 6 gone, 0-0 live on TalkSport 2. Ball out wide on the left, cross comes in, and it's cleared away from Mitchell Duke. Ball will fall to Moy over on the far side. Moy, left edge of the penalty area, gets it wide. Chance to put the cross in. They'll try and work it narrowly, trying to get to the byline. There was Riley McGree, but he's dispossessed, and the ball cleared downfield. And Tunisia has started quite brightly, now find themselves under pressure. A robust challenge there on the far side, and they're not happy. Leiduni clearly unhappy about something there.
Well, we saw that against the Danes as well. Leiduni not afraid to show his emotions. I mean, Australia just putting a few balls in the box, trying to test that Tunisian back line.
Better from Australia. Graham Arnold watching on, but the ball goes behind for a goal kick. The Tunisian fans in good voice here. They're confident that their side could progress to the knockout stages, and a win today for them would give them a huge chance. But they need something with that game to come against France in the latter part of this group. Ball knocked downfield, 7 gone, still 0-0. Ball played forward now and turned around the corner by McGree. He's starting to get involved a little bit more, the Middlesbrough man. Ball out again on the far side for a throw-in. Being very physical, Tunisia. They're not going to give anything away cheaply here.
No, certainly they are. Playing on the front foot, quite aggressive, as we saw against the Danes. You know, you're going to need that.
Here's the chance now for Duke, wide on the left. Windsor throwing down by the corner flag. They're just starting to get a few more players involved now in the final third.
It's almost like he was trying to play for a corner there. Duke, he's won a throw in, but it's pretty close to the corner flag.
Yeah, a little bit of a nutmeg there on the far side from the fullback Mahich. His cross is cleared away. Not yet found that quality, can they now? Well, that was a better ball in, but there was only really Duke involved in the middle there. And well, if you're going to get crosses in, David, you need bodies on the end of them.
Yeah, certainly Riley McGree will be certainly one of them. Jackson Irving should be making the box too.
Tunisia try and break down their left-hand side. They turn over possession, but they get it back quickly here. And they'll now get it at the back and look to play it. Talby has it midway inside his own half. Maria comes and takes it off him, and the back three will just have a little passage of play where they're playing keep ball, and they've not really had to weather a storm, but they've not got out of their own half in the last few minutes. They just need to look after the ball here, Tunisia, and they're doing that at the moment. As Australia trying to hunt them down and force an error, and eventually they'll go all the way back to the keeper, Garma.
I mean, it's not a high press, is it, from Australia? Just sitting off and engaging, maybe 10-15 yards over the halfway line, allowing that back three to carry it a little bit before coming out of their slots.
Boyd as well gets the ball on halfway, gets it out wide, crossfield switch here. Leckie advances, his touch just took him away from the penalty area, but he's down the right hand channel looking to play it in here. McGree with a cross that's blocked, and Tunisia will do well to keep this in down by the corner flag. Leiduni plays it off, and they'll go forward here. Jabali, did he handle that? Almost looked like he caught it at one point. The referee's blown the whistle, and he has given a free kick against the Tunisian.
Yeah, I think he's just trying to take the ball on his chest there, Jabali, and he had Harry Suter all over him. I look at Australia, and they are sitting off, allowing that Tunisian back three to have it, and say, well, go on then, try and pick a pass through us, and we'll try and, win it and then counter. And they did that really well there. I mean, Aaron Moy, that's his kind of speciality, right? Reading the play, breaking it up. Another player probably coming into this tournament lacking game time, really. We spent a long time without a club, which was quite incredible, but back playing now.
Yeah, it is indeed. They almost waited, didn't they, on the halfway line, and then they set the trap and they were off, weren't they? They've got a free kick here. Can Moy this time provide a better delivery? It's over on the right-hand side of the field, maybe 10 yards in from the touchline. Again, Tunisia are holding a high line, 24 yards out from their own goal. So Moy, got quite a big area to try and put this into. The blue shirts are forward. The all-white kit of Tunisia, as Moy waits for the go-ahead. And now he'll look to put it towards that far side of the penalty area. The ball brought down by Australia. Leckie with a little back heel now. Now there's a chance. 3 blue shirts, 4 arriving now. Wait for the cross into the middle. It's headed away by Maria. They need to clear the danger, Tunisia, and they will do up towards halfway. But that was better. Australia getting more bodies in the box, but 11 got it still 0-0.
Yeah, again though, you'd say the cross just easily cut out. I think there you get to the byline there. It's can he just dink that up? think it up, at least you've got to try and beat the first man, because they had far post loaded. And good for Australia, 4 players in the box. That was a well-worked free kick.
Yes, indeed. Australia looking to play out from the back. They look for the long ball. Leckie is forward. He'll get it now. Picks up the pieces. Gets it away to Moy. And Moy will just keep possession flowing here for Australia. They're starting to have more and more of the territory here. And slightly more possession. 44% to 38. It's different now with this in-contest stat that we have at this World Cup. And the ball works its way out wide to Karacic. Karacic fires the ball in, not dealt with initially there by Sahiri. And the ball played forward though to Jabali, who's a handful, and he holds possession up here. Has to work his way deep inside his own half, but he's going to have to feed on scratch, you feel, at the minute.
I tell you what, Australia settled down really, really well. That was almost a carbon copy move that led to the goal against France. Souto with a big diagonal out wide to Leckie. And they have sort of settled into the rhythm of the game now, Australia. And when they are going long, they're sort of deliberate passes, trying to pick someone out. And if they don't win the first one, they're picking up the second ball really well. They're just gaining a bit of territory. They've got another throw in here.
It's interesting, isn't it, the perception, you know, they got thumped by France in their opening game, and everyone seems to have written them off, but they know if they can get a result here, they're still alive and kicking in this group, and as you said, they've started confidently.
Yeah, they have. You know, certainly, look, Tunisia begun well, but the game just settled down a little bit, and, you know, these sorts of patterns, as we saw against Australia, you know, against France for Australia, they can work for them. These big diagonals, and then picking up the second balls.
All again aimed out wide on the Australian right. Karacic was forward again. Oh, will it break in midfield? No, it won't. Tunisia though, well, they've earned themselves a free kick there. I think they'll be disappointed with that Australia, because he had nowhere to go there, did he, Slinty? No one to pass it to, and they just bundled into him. Bench has given away a needless free kick.
Yeah, that's right. There was no need to go in so aggressive there. You had Aaron Moy in and around him. Tunisia might just need that little break in play to settle down, you know, take their time on this free kick. They certainly don't have the same threats that Australia have. I mean, the ball's in a similar position in and around the halfway line. If that was Australia...
Well, here's a chance here for Duke, who's pickpocketed the defender, and the ball works its way wide to Leckie. 3 blue shirts in the middle, and it's cleared away by Maria. But that was poor from Tunisia. They were lucky there that Duke didn't make more of that opportunity.
Yeah, I was just going to say, on the free kick, if that was Australia, they would have punted it in the box and just forced the opposition back. Tunisia take the ball, take it short, they lose possession at the back. Maria a little bit sloppy, and maybe the Aussies have spotted a little weakness here. Let them have the ball up the back 3, and let them make a mistake. That's exactly what happened there. Again though, the cross, you would say, disappointing, didn't pick the first man.
Yeah. Well, actually early on they've got a couple of decent crosses in the box. There's no one there. Now they're going for the long throw. Flicked on at the near post by Duke. Very good in the air. And now it's picked up by Leckie, who tumbles edge of the area. He thought that was a free kick. Tunisia play on, and they look to get it forward to Jabali. But again, he's missed, and the ball played forward by Australia. Crunching tackle goes in, and the ball out for a throw-in. There's a few spicy tackles going in, but at the moment, Tunisia, they just can't keep the ball.
Well, that looked like a certain foul on Leckie just outside the box. Here he looked like he was just got beaten on the edge, and he just left his foot in, dangled his foot in, and to me that was a certain free kick right on the edge of the area.
He just waved it away instantly, didn't the German referee today, Daniel Sieber? And here comes Tunisia there, looking to go forward. Not to see Talbi, gets it out wide to Abdi. Abdi looks to arrow the ball in. They'll get it back here. Sakiri. And now they go back to the halfway line. But Australia back and in shape, looking to stay disciplined defensively here. What can Tunisia offer? Not really had sight of the penalty area yet. Despite the fact we've been playing for 15 minutes, it is still 0-0 here on TalkSport 2. That was some with the former Republic of Ireland striker David Connolly. Not much striking action to talk about this year.
No, not really. I mean, Tunisia there could have gone into the front, but they didn't want to lose possession because they've done that quite a lot with the ball at the back, so they went all the way to their goalkeeper, and that'll suit the Aussies. They've tempted Tunisia in a few times. Tunisia have lost it. Maybe their confidence has gone slightly, so rather than risk the ball, they've just gone back to their goalkeeper, and I'm sure Graham Arnold will be really, really pleased with how they've settled down here.
Well, they're very much the aggressors at the moment, despite the fact they've not created too much. As we mentioned, they put a couple of good crosses in early on. There was no one on the end of them, and now they are getting bodies in the box. The quality of crosses just evaded them. But here they are at the back with Matt Ryan. Plays it long, and as you said, in some ways it's quite refreshing. They're quite happy, aren't they, to get it forward and get it forward quickly.
Yeah. And also then they are picking up the second ball, so you know their sort of game plan so far has certainly worked for Australia. They look the more composed team at the minute.
Australia playing the ball around at the back. 17 on the clock on TalkSport 2. Game this in Group D as the ball arrowed forward for Duke, who fell awkwardly as he tried to head it. Referee said play on. And Tunisia have it wide on their right. The referee is now going to stop. It did look quite a heavy fall that for Mitchell Duke, and he's down holding his back.
Yeah, I mean he's a lot bigger than Jabali, and he's a much better threat in the air. He did win that flick on, and when they have gone long, Australia, they've gone really long, deep, and pushed Tunisia back. Whereas you look at Tunisia at times going into Jabali, they're trying to drop it in. It's just slightly over here, and it's not quite sticking for them.
Duke is back on his feet. Referee just checking he's okay. And we will restart play on the halfway line. Tunisia were in possession. And they'll get the ball back off the referee and will carry on. And it's the man in the mask, Sakiri, who will get possession. And we'll get back underway. Tunisia again, keep ball inside their own half. Just looking to try and draw Australia out, but they're chasing hard up front, and the ball played forward and it's pounced upon there. Jackson Irving gets it away. Here now is McGree, feeds it wide on the left. Again there are four blue shirts waiting in the middle. Good header away initially, and then the completed clearance from Talbi. But Australia have won it high up the field again. Tunisia at the moment just can't get out. Another disappointing crossing, this time from Karadzic. And a chance here for McSackney. And this is better from Tunisia. Now they've got some bodies running through the middle. They'll play it up front. And they pushed out wide on the right-hand side. Cross comes into the edge of the area. And a tackle made right on the edge of the box. And McSackney just couldn't quite get on the end of it. But that was a lot better from Tunisia. Bodies flooding through the midfield, and that's where they're going to get the joy. Jabali forced out wide on the right hand side, pulled it back, and while Masakni got the first touch, his touch was a little bit heavy.
Yeah, you're right, just took him off the pitch, but a good break as we saw against Denmark a couple of times. They are quick on the counter with Jabali and Masakni, those two. Little link up there, but the cut back cross and a heavy touch from Masakni. That all came about from that dreadful ball in the box, from the Aussie right back, and they've got to make sure that if they are going to keep crossing, it's got to be with a bit more quality.
Moyes handled it on the far side. He protests, but it is going to be a free kick on the halfway line. Approaching 20 minutes gone here. It is 0-0 between Tunisia and Australia. Don't forget 3 more to come this afternoon on the TalkSport network, because Masakni wanted the ball, he didn't get it, but it works out wide on this near side. Ali Abdi will win a throw in, but just all of a sudden it's like someone's turned the switch on for Tunisia. The passes are starting to find their mark.
Well again, that just comes back to Australia. If you are going to keep crossing, from really deep positions, it's got to be with kind of quality, because Karacic's there, wildly under-hit ball in.
Well, they've given it away again here, and there could be a chance for a shot from distance. And it's way over the top, Trigger. It was who got the ball, but again, Australia there just giving over possession, middle of the field, inside their own half.
Yeah, worth a strike, isn't it? He's central, good 25 yards out. He's always rising, never troubling the goalkeeper.
Well, Matt Ryan just casually looked over his shoulder as it went way over the top. 0-0, but it's a shot at goal. Not too many of those yet. Ryan will look to clear his lines here. He's in the sunlit half of the field at the moment. Just takes his time as he looks to clear his lines. Right-footed over the halfway line. Leckie in the air. Wins it. He's a threat in the air, isn't he, Leckie? He's good for those diagonals.
Yeah, and certainly they possess a lot more height and threat. from those longer balls and winning them. I mean, might have been a bit of contact here from Leckie.
Abdi's down, just holding his chin. Referee said to the physio, "Don't come on yet."
He got up well. He certainly caught him with his elbow a little bit there, didn't he? By the looks of it, Abdi just immediately felt the side of his face, but he's up and about now.
I think what you would say there, David, both players' eyes firmly on the ball.
Yeah.
You know, it was more of coming together, I think, wasn't it? As the ball played wide down the right, but they're not going to get on the end of that one. Australia will roll harmlessly behind for a goal kick. 0-0 here. Reminder, TalkSport 2 exclusive, 12:45 FA Cup second round action. From the former Arsenal midfielder Adrian Clark will be the coach of Kingsley, hoping to make it through to the third round this afternoon. To that with all the goals as they go in throughout our coaches this afternoon. And another free kick. Abdi turned over possession. Tunisia will get it back. That's a throw-in on this near side. Australia looking now to build from the back. Kai Rolls has it. Not seen too much of him, but he's on it again now. Jabali will go and close him down, and they'll have to go back to Ryan. Ryan's going to just play it out here on the near side to Harry Sutar. Sutar goes long, finds Duke, who does well, brings in McGree. This is better from Australia. Now they have it wide on their left-hand side. A chance now for Goodwin to put the cross, deflected, flick header, and it's in! Goal, Australia! And it's the centre forward, Mitchell Duke. The cross got deflected. Duke got the deftness of flick headers, and it's found the far corner. Australia need to win, and they lead. It's Tunisia 0, Australia 1.
Oh, it's a great goal. This is a really, really good goal. Starts with their goalkeeper, Matt Ryan. I mean, you can hear the Tunisia fans whistling because they don't want Australia to have the ball, you know, under immense pressure here. Raucous crowd, but such composed play here, building from the back. The ball into the front was outstanding, and it's Mitchell Duke with a little layoff that starts this move, and as he lays it off, the ball gets fed wide. He then makes sure he breaks into the box. Here we go, lovely ball into the front. I think it's Suter again. Lay off from Duke, they spin the ball out wide, and then he breaks his neck to make the box. It's really, really good. He outstrips his man. He's got his arms up where he wants it. Takes a little deflection, but the header is outstanding. He's almost beyond the near post, and he angles this right in the corner to the opposite side. Fabulous flicked header. What a goal for Australia.
The more you see it, the better that finish gets. He's got his back almost to goal. He's flicked it over his shoulder, and he's nestled right in the corner of Darman's net. He had nothing he could do about it. But we mentioned it, you just mentioned it. That was a great team goal for Australia.
Yeah, started at the back and really composed play. Harry Suter, you mentioned about Rolls and he hasn't had much of the ball. That's because Harry Suter is the one that's allowed to dictate play at the back.
Jabali has the edge of the area. Oh, he's given away a free kick. Referee deeming that he'd fouled the Australian defender there. But Duke's goal, and he was the one, you said, on halfway, back to goal, lays it off, and he has bust the gut. He got a little bit lucky with a cross, but there's nothing lucky about that finish.
No, absolutely not. And you just come back to how they played. I mean, they have forced Tunisia back, haven't they, with all those longer passes. I mean, just moments ago, Harry Suter played one off the pitch. He was just trying to force, and he got that one wrong. This time, because they forced them back, they're able to then drop the ball into the front, and it's just really good play. You know, it's not always a longer ball. There's a reason behind the longer ball to force the opposition back, and then at times you might be able to drop the ball into the front, as they did there.
Here come Australia again. Oh, there's a strong challenge far side, and there's going to be a card here. I think it's going to be yellow, but I wouldn't be surprised if VAR doesn't have a look at this. Goodwin has been absolutely clattered on the far side there. That was Legouni, it was. There was no excuse for that.
No, look, as we touched on at the start, you know, he did this against Ericsson early doors. I think he got the ball on that occasion. This time, he certainly had a wild kick out. A bit of frustration behind that, and well, he's the enforcer in the middle of the park. He's the one that breaks things up and keeps it going. He's had a good season, hasn't he? I've got to say, for French Varos, flying in Europa League, but he was late there on Goodwin. And look, it's a good position. Wide, Aaron Moy on the ball. You've got Harry Suter in the box. You know, if they get this delivery right, beat the first man, they got a chance.
Yeah, level with the edge of the 18-yard box. Whipped in, went for the flick on near post. It was Legouni actually got something on it, and now they'll hack it away. And all the way through to Matt Ryan, who's acting as the sweeper, just comes out and he'll let the ball roll all the way back to his 18-yard box and collect it. Another chance though for Australia, who lead here by a goal to nil. That really does mix things up in this group as well.
Yeah, a little bit rattled, you'd say then, wouldn't you? You know, Tunisia in terms of that challenge. A bit of frustration. Maybe in their performance so far.
Going to play it forward again, Australia. They make no bones about their tactics. They're quite direct at times when they need to be, but it's been effective. They lead here. And that goal was the 50th goal so far. Australia lead by a goal to nil here live on TalkSport 2. Coming up, Poland, Saudi Arabia in Group C at 1 o'clock. Cam Windle will be joined by Alex Crook and the former England man Dean Ashton for that one. And then at 4 o'clock, France, Denmark. That is a huge game in this group now. If Australia can get the win here, it really does mix things up. But Australia have got to play it out injured at the moment. And I want to get some treatment on here for the goal scorer, who has clearly got a problem with his knee, and he looks to be struggling here, Mitchell Duke.
Well, he's just saying the contact was above the knee, very high. It was just a voluntary, wasn't it, from Talby? But you can see the Australian bench, you know, all stood up, you know, giving Mitchell Duke a round of applause for that work rate and effort, just preventing Talby playing that ball long. That's the energy and the sort of desire that the Aussies are going to have to show. We spoke a lot about Tunisia and what they showed against the Danes, but certainly Australia showing that here.
Yeah, Duke, who is back on his feet, has just blocked out for a throw-in, and that maybe just jarred his knee as well. He walked away a little bit sorely from that one. Just the referee has not had the physio on yet, has he, when the players are injured? He's just giving them a standing count, if you like. So come on, let's get back on with it. Ball forward by Tunisia, headed away. Here's Moy, halfway line, trying to win himself a throw-in, but he's lost possession, and Tunisia will look to cut forward now on their right-hand side. Well, they've been rocked by that. They've not offered too much going forward, the Tunisians. But can they produce something here as they look to work their way through the midfield? They go back towards the halfway line. And now back inside their own half, and again Australia, once they get to the halfway line, Australia really do press forward. Yeah, they do. They're just allowing, as we touched on earlier, just tempting Tunisia. Go on then, you go and play that pass through the middle, and we'll break it up. And if they do try and go over you, as they have done a few times, Tunisia, well, the Aussies have got the height, they've got the aerial superiority to kind of win that contest. So at the minute, you've got to say Graham Arnold's tactics have worked really, really well. Yeah, and they've just conceded a free kick here, Tunisia, for the foul by Jabali, but I think they'll feel a little bit unlucky there that Drager got clattered as well, didn't he, just before? That free kick could have gone the other way, really. Yeah, possibly. Might be right on that one. Australia leading by a goal to nil. The goal scored 6 minutes ago. Mitchell Duke with a lovely header, flicked it into the far corner, and Australia, you'd have to say, deservedly leads. And Moy now will look to get them going forward again. Ball chested down easily by Bron. But again, they can't get out of their own half. They'll get another chance now. That's a better turn on halfway. And now they'll go forward with Leidouni. He's brought down. Referee will blow the whistle. Irving it was with a foul. But that was a little bit neater from Tunisia. Yeah, it was, because they know if they're going to try and bypass this Aussie press, they've got to keep the ball on the ground. Tunisia don't have a Mitchell Duke to win a long flick on. He just headed a 50-yard ball. It was a 50-50, and he came out on top again, Mitchell Duke. But Tunisia don't have that. Jabali wants the ball into his feet or into his chest. If they can't do that, they're going to have to get the ball on the ground, Tunisia, and try and play through the press. Yeah, ball break forward, good flick on. Here's Jabali, back to goal inside the penalty area. Such lets him down, and the ball cleared away by Australia up to halfway. Another robust challenge goes in, this time from Talby, and the referee blows the whistle. And well, Duke was down injured, rubbing his back, then someone's kicked the ball at him here, and Duke is not happy about this. In fact, I think it was the coach. It was Jalal Kadri who's kicked the ball at him. Or maybe it might be one of the Tunisian players on the bench that kicked the ball back in play. It might have been Hannibal Memri, maybe. Well, he has just apologised. But Drew was down rubbing his back. I tell you what, he got up quickly when the ball hit him on the head, didn't he? And he does exchange a fist bump when we get back on with him. He's one told off there, Hannibal, and he's got to sit on the naughty step back on.
Well, I tell you what, it was a knee in the back as well. Talby on Mitchell Duke, bit of frustration, but they know they've got to be aggressive on Mitchell Duke because he's so good in the air.
He did throw the ball at him there, didn't he? He did what he was doing there. He's showing it again on the big screen in the stadium. 32 minutes gone here on TalkSport 2. Matt Wilson with the former Republic of Ireland man David Connolly. Tunisia 0, Australia 1. And Tunisia trying to break. They just lack that bit of pace up top, don't they?
Yeah, and composure. They've certainly rattled, that's for sure. And now Matt Ryan taking his time. Every time the ball has, been pumped forward and it's making its way to Matt, he's controlling it, taking it deep back towards his own goal and just running the clock down and just taking his time. They got the lead now, so they're playing game management a little bit as well.
Ball here with Tunisia. Not going to work it out wide, but Leckie is in goal there, and Leckie and Matt Ryan making their 8th World Cup start for Australia, which is a national record today. And another free kick here, this time the foul given away by Dylan Braun, the Tunisian centre-half. This time it's McGree who's on the receiving end of it. You can feel the Tunisian frustration building now.
But they have been in this position before, right? Against France, I guess. Being 1-0 up with different circumstances here because they know that they can take their time now on the ball rather than putting it in the box there. That's the first time Aaron Moy hasn't, from a free kick, put it into the box.
Well, Leckie will try, and he'll win himself a corner. Good defending from Talby on this near side, but another set-piece opportunity for Australia. Haven't quite produced the deliveries they would have wanted thus far, but this is another big chance.
I think that was good. Sensible from Aaron Moy, working the ball wide into a different area, different angle to cross from, getting to the byline, and it's a corner. As we've seen in this World Cup, corners could be a pull, could be a tug, could get a penalty from these sort of situations. You've got Suter in there.
There's a big threat. Also, Kai Rolls has come up as well for Australia. Can they produce the delivery here? There's a bit of pushing and shoving in the box. Ball which in near post, and it's flicked there by Jackson Irving, but it goes behind harmlessly at the near post for a goal kick. Still 1-0 Australia. Yeah,
not a bad ball in. It was slightly behind. Irvine couldn't quite direct it towards goal, but nonetheless.
Still Duke goal. That's them in front. His 9th goal for Australia in just his 23rd appearance. That's not a bad strike rate. There's a ball not long and downfield by Tunisia. They'll put the ball inside the Australian half. The ball breaks on the far side for Moy. And then they'll fire it back to the left back Mahic, who goes long. Looking to flick it on over on the far side was McGree. Now he's chasing the ball down. Tunisia trying to keep it. Moy goes flooding in. There's a crunching tackle goes in there. Referee's playing advantage. He might come back to that. Could be a card about to be shown to Australia, but Tunisia have it on halfway. They're working their way up towards the halfway line. The tackles are flying in now, and the referee this time will blow the whistle. I'm surprised he didn't go back to that earlier one.
Yeah, but he wants to get the game in play, and so did Tunisia, so I don't think they'll mind too much.
They've got it again on halfway, and again the back three will play it around. They are over the halfway line though, the Tunisian back three here, so they are trying to squeeze forward. They look to try and feed the ball in, but it's well read there, cleared away at the back by Australia, and then Tunisia just put the ball downfield. They can't keep it in, and a roll out for a goal kick.
Yeah, they just can't quite find that threaded pass. Australia blocking, screening, tracking really well. Here's another shot of this goal. Lovely layoff from Mitchell Duke, wasn't it? He set Australia on the attack, and then brilliant centre-forward play. He just didn't admire his pass, made sure he got in the box and got on the end of it. A little bit of luck with the deflected crossing, but nonetheless, brilliant directional header to angle that ball into the far corner.
Sense of frustration growing off Tunisia here. They'll trail by a goal to nil. Some of the strong challenges have been going in as well, as they look to try and get themselves back on level terms. They haven't really created too much. Not threatened Ryan's goal. They have it on this near side. It was Duke who just deep in his own half, but he's looking after the ball, and Australia again will look to build through the midfield. And now they switch it wide on their left-hand side. Goodwin, who got the goal against France, his assist for the goal for Duke. Australia playing nice passage of play here. They're trying to move Tunisia about. Moy will turn it forward up towards the halfway line. Leckie now, if he looks up, the fullback on the near side, Karacic had made a great run in behind. They just couldn't get him the ball.
He tried to find him, but he was forced in onto his weaker left side. He couldn't quite reverse the pass out, but as you say, really good passage of play there from Australia.
Tunisia going long this time. Jabali's looking an isolated figure at the moment, and Rolls and Souttar looking after him. There's a Tunisian player down, but they'll play on Tunisia, and here they go now. Masakni has it. He's 25 yards out into the area, has a shot, and it's blocked. He will feel he was being pulled back there. The referee will say, well, he got his shot away anyway. It's out for a throw in far side, and the referee will go consult with the injured Tunisian player.
Well, I tell you what, Tunisia have looked the threat when Masakni has got on the ball. It's just been fleeting. That time, Jackson Irvine with a brilliant block, threw himself in front of the ball, stopped that strike from Masakni.
Stringer that's down, and Goodwin got up high above him, and he's actually caught him with his boot. He's got that high off the ground. It's not so much a high foot, he's just leapt that high. His foot's naturally gone that high.
Yeah, I think it's the third time Stringer has been caught in the face. And certainly those Tunisian fans, lost a little bit of their early energy maybe. A few pictures here of them, and not quite as raucous as they were.
No, but they're still making plenty of noise, although some of them look highly concerned. They were hoping that they could have got some points here. There's deep discussions on the Tunisian bench at the moment. Jael Kadri seeking the opinion of his assistants. He too looks concerned as the treatment awaits. Maybe thinking they may have to make a change here, but still we wait for play to get back underway. I think it's fair to say that there will be a significant time added on. He's up on his feet, he's still wiping his face. He did get the blades, if you like, across his face. It looks a painful one. Listen live on TalkSport 2. Still, Australia lead by a goal to nil. They're putting the ice on his face and a bottle of water, and we'll be back on, I'm sure, shortly. As Tunisia had the ball inside their own half, and McGree's trying to close them down, and he initially blocked the pass, but the ball in the end will be fed back to Daman, who will clear long and downfield. Australia looking to build again. Through the midfield they go, trying to feed it forward. Here now is McGree, plays it for Leckie. Great challenge comes in, and Leckie eventually will be penalised for the foul on Talby, but that was good defending there from Talby.
It was, but again, this comes from Australia, just tempting Tunisia. Go on then, try and thread that pass. They break the play up. Eventually comes to McGree, feeds it into Leckie, made a lovely sort of diagonal run, straight past, diagonal run in the box. He's not going to get there. It is a little bit late on Talby, but he's okay.
Yeah, thankfully he didn't have his foot planted there, and he got knocked clean off his feet. A free kick, and we carry on. And again, the physical challenge, this time from Karacic on the near side. The ball played in, and here goes Jabali. He's got inside. Can he cut back onto his right foot? Lays it off. He's squared. Big chance here. Great block. Souttar clears it away. That was Tunisia's big chance. Great play from Jabali. And Sakni squared it off. And the shot came in, and it was blocked behind for a corner.
Yeah, superb. He just switched off a little bit here. I think it's Souttar from the throw-in, and a long ball over the top for Jabali. He's in on goal, trying to wriggle away, feeds it out wide, eventually comes to the feet of Drager at the back post. But what a block. Superb from Harry Souttar. How's he got there? Using all that height. 6 foot, what is he, 5'6"? He's huge.
He's officially the tallest player in the World Cup, isn't he? I saw a stat about that ahead of his opening appearance, and he needed every inch there, didn't he? As the ball goes in, Ryan comes out, he's dropped it, but the referee, I think he's going to say he was fouled. I'm not so sure he was. Did he jump over his own man there?
It looked like it. I mean, just coming back to Australia, when the ball goes out for a throw, that is where Tunisia finally sprung to life. They've got to switch on those Those times when the ball goes dead, Harry Souttar just for a moment switched off, ball thrown over his head, and suddenly they were in. And it took a brilliant block from Souttar. Keep the Aussies in the lead.
Well, I don't know for one reason why that's a free kick. He's got away with one there, Matt Ryan. Got the ball. But his side defending it. And to be fair to Masaki there in the build-up to that chance for Trigger, he was very unselfish, wasn't he?
He was. I mean, he is their best creative player, Masaki. Whenever he's had the ball, he's looked a threat. He just hasn't really had it enough.
For Australia, ball bounces off McGree and will go out for a throw into Tunisia deep inside their own half, now by the corner flag. We've had 42 minutes here on TalkSport 2. Busy day of action to come. The World Cup, FA Cup action, and don't forget when the Premier League is back after Christmas. The opening round of games, you'll hear them all live and exclusive across the TalkSport network, so make sure you've got the TalkSport app available in all the usual places. You swipe left and right between TalkSport and TalkSport 2, and you'll not miss any of the live football that we've got. Of course, more live sport, live rugby union across the TalkSport network today as well. England and Wales both in action, and the darts coming up as well. In December, there's another free kick one, this time by Mitchell Duke, and it's a free kick out of the field and a chance.
I'll tell you what, he's won so many free kicks as well, because when he's got the ball at his feet, he's got a nice bit of footwork and just deceived the Tunisia defender there, won a free kick, and he's done that an awful lot. If he hasn't won the first flick on, he's made it hard for Tunisia to clear their lines, and when he's had the ball into feet, he's done well with it.
Free kick then. It's not going to be Moy that takes it this time. It's going to be Goodwin who's going to fire it in towards the penalty area. It's a decent ball and it comes off the head. I think Duke got the touch, but it's all the way through to the keeper Darman, who didn't have a great deal to do. Yeah, I think it's sensible to put an in-swinger because that Tunisian backline is so high. If you put an out-swinger, you're not really going to threaten the goal, whereas you've got an in-swinger, you've got all that space to run into. I think that was a wise call there. Here's Karacic down the right, looking for the give and go with Leckie. Leckie gets it back, and here now is Moy. Leckie again goes back, gets it over, gets the ball. Now they're trying to feed it out wide. There's a bit of a miscue there, chance here, and it was Karacic who had a chance to have a shot on his left foot. He rather spooned his shot, and it's cleared away by Tunisia, but Australia won a throw-in on the near side, but that was a chance.
Yeah, they just needed a little bit of composure there. Karacic in the box. It's a poor clearance, wasn't it, from the Tunisia left back. It's on the half volley. Had time there, Karacic. Just take that ball down. No real need to rush the shot here. He had a lovely little square pass. He could have picked that maybe McGree. A couple of yards to his left-hand side.
It was a chance. Tunisia, they don't feel they could come back from two. You don't know, of course, but they don't want to concede a second goal here. But they trail by a goal to nil, live on TalkSport 2. I think Australia have put in a really good opening 45 minutes so far.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, certainly Tunisia started well that first 5-10 minutes, but since then, Aussies have been outstanding.
Plenty for the Tunisians to ponder. Could get worse here as they've won a corner, Australia. That long throw again causing problems. This time it's put behind off the head of Talby, and a late corner for Australia.
Well, I think that is what they wanted. They almost threw it towards the goal line, the end line, and as if to say, well, how are you going to head that clear? Very difficult to clear your lines from that sort of area. Duke won the flick on, but it's gone out for a corner.
Australia do. Only 5 added on minute. I'm surprised by that. We have genuinely had quite a few stoppages in play, but at a World Cup where there has been significantly more time added on than that in recent games, it's 5 added on minutes, and Australia here trying to really pack in around the goal here. This is a big moment. Corner whipped into the 6-yard box. Leidouni at the near post it was, who got the header away, and it's cleared away by Tunisia. Ball on the edge of the area, volleyed across goal by Karacic, and it's behind for a goal kick.
Yeah, Karacic again, ball breaks a lot further out this time. He's a good 20 yards outside the box. He could have maybe controlled that. Just kept Tunisia under pressure, played the ball out wide again.
Ball on halfway. Australia this time can't win it. Rolls all the way through to the Tunisian goalkeeper. Despite conceding the goal, Darwin, he's not really had a lot to do, has he?
No, you would say shots on target have been a kind of premium, well, for both teams really, but had that block from Souta for Tunisia. That's a bit about it.
Yeah, ball played forward here. Tunisia looking to try getting down the right-hand side, and no nonsense defending by Rolls, just puts it out for a throw-in. And Tunisia, well, be a different half-time team talk if they could get a leveller here before the break. Throwing about to be taken.
Well, the issue is they don't have that long throw. Who's going to win a flick on in the box for them?
Yeah, Jabali has it, edge of the area, lays it back out. They got to the byline. Can they produce a cross? No, they get another throw-in. And even when you just look across that Australian back line, they've got the size, haven't they, you feel, to deal with any crosses.
Well, the ball just bounced there off Jabali's chest, and there was Rolls just to get his head there first and clear the danger.
All out wide on the Tunisian right. They're looking to try and work it level with the edge of the area. That's a nice pass. Now they've got room for a cross. It comes in, and a chance, and a big chance there. And Sakni has put it wide, and that was the best for Tunisia, and it fell really to their key man, and he's missed it.
Yeah, best chance of the half for Tunisia. They worked the ball down the line, and Sakni, who made a really good run, got across Harry Souta, but couldn't wrap his foot around this. I mean, there he's got to try and angle that towards the back post. He doesn't. He's going for the near, and it's maybe half a yard past the near post, 6 yards out.
If it's on target, he scores, doesn't he?
He should be hitting the target.
Ryan was rooted to the spot. Tunisia have had two brilliant chances. First one was blocked, and that one put wide. And now Australia just hanging on at the end of the first half. But can they break here? Good work again from McGree. Ball out wide on this near side. Lecky's got time to pick this up. He's got the fullback Karacic overlapping. Karacic with the ball in. It's headed away, and Tunisia will look to play their way out. We've had 3 of the minimum 5 added on minutes. Australia still lead by a goal to nil. But they'll be relieved that it is 1-0 because we've just seen Tunisia with their best chance of the game. And the Sakni, will be thinking about that at half-time, I'm sure. Australia looking to work it forward again. Game is just opening up a little bit here. Ladouni has it. That's a nice ball, but miscontrol. Can Jabali get on the end of it? No, he can't. Good covering defence there from the far side. Australia put it out for a throw in near side. Just signs that Jabali's starting to get a little bit more ball that he can try and work with in the latter part of this first half. Is there one late chance? Last of the 5 minimum added on minutes. Good crossfield switch here. Tunisia trying to get in down the right side of the penalty area. They're appealing for a handball there, but the referee has said it's going to be a corner instead.
Well, they just need to see this out. Last 30 seconds left here. Nice switch of play, was it, from Tunisia? That's the first time we've really seen them hit that sort of ball.
What can they do here? Corner whipped in. Good header away.
Souta, wasn't it, again? Superb.
Got up high. Ball now, though, is still with the Tunisians as they're looking to try and break into the area, but again it's stuck clear by Australia and up and over the halfway line. Well, we've got some live rugby union this afternoon on the TalkSport Network, and that was like a kick for touch, wasn't it?
It was, and that's the whistle.
There is half-time then, and it's Mitchell Duke's goal that has got Australia in charge of this one. Tunisia started brightly, but despite that opening 5 minutes where they dominated possession, they didn't really create an awful lot, and Australia grew into the game. They were putting crosses into the box that weren't quite of the quality, but one fantastic team move. Here's the teams make their way out for the second half. There's a few concerned Tunisian faces as they make their way out of the tunnel at the Al Janoub Stadium in Al Wakra. And here come the Australians. They look a little bit more relaxed. The focus still there though on the faces as Graham Arnold just pats his team on the back. He looks quite relaxed. His team have done well. They have that goal to nil lead. Can they build on it? They conclude their group with a game against Denmark, and well, if they win here, that could be a winner-takes-all prize, so plenty to play for.
Absolutely, and they've certainly quietened that crowd down who were, very noisy, raucous atmosphere at the start, but, the goal maybe just knocked them a little bit. A lot of Tunisian fans here in the crowd. Here's this change.
Yeah, Sassi is about to come on. We await to see who he's coming on for. Where's number 13? And he makes his way onto the field, and he's come on for Drager, who was in the wars. He took a couple of knocks, didn't he, in that first half. He had that chance, of course, that he saw blocked by Sutar. But it is Sassi who comes on. Just the one change then. Sassi makes his way to the action. The all-white with the red trim of Tunisia. They need a goal to get something out of this game. And we are back underway. Tunisia going from left to right in their white strip. It's the change strip, the dark blue with the mid trim of Australia, who lead by that goal to nil. And Tunisia quickly pressed high up the field, and the ball played forward. Lecky just couldn't get on the end of it.
Well, there's no change in shape, is there, for Tunisia? Stuck with his back three. I mean, Sassi's going to come in the middle of the park. Have a little change around in terms of who the wing back is for Tunisia.
One ball forward. Jamali will give chase. He gave a shove. It looked like he gave a shove there. He's got away with that. Now he gets the ball into the area and chased back by Jackson Irvine, but all he can do is put it behind for a corner. Well, he's not had a lot of George Jamali, but he did well there.
Yep. As we've seen, these corners can be good situations, can't they, to get a goal in the World Cup? You've got to keep your hands down. They've got a mixture of man markers. I mean, Harry Suter is positioned centrally in that 6-yard box. He's the zonal man that Tunisia will have to miss out.
Here comes the delivery. Ball whipped towards the near post. Good header away. And the referee has given a free kick. It was a foul on Suter. Got the header away.
Yeah. I mean, he's stationed in that zone. I'm sure Graham Arnold puts in there and says, right, anything in your area, it is yours. He comes to meet the ball here. Terrific clearance. He gets caught. Maybe just runs into Jackson Irvine, his own teammate, but he's been sensational today. Suter gets his head there first.
Again, we mentioned in the first, I'm not quite sure how that's a free kick. He wins the header anyway, but he got clattered for his trouble. Great to see him back. 1-0 Australia lead here. Don't forget, FA Cup football follows us on TalkSport 2. John Dunn and the former Arsenal midfielder Adrian Clark. Kings Lynn against Stevenage for a place in the third round of the FA Cup. That'll be something for domestic fans. I'll be looking forward to that third round draw. It's always a highlight, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Well, the big guns come in. Might not be in action at the moment, but they will be, and you'll hear it live when the Premier League is back. All 10 games of the opening round of fixtures post-World Cup will be live and exclusive across the TalkSport network. Here comes Tunisia now. Ball fires off the defender. This is going to be a corner, is it? Came off Suter. I didn't know a lot about it, and he's behind for another Tunisian corner.
Yeah, well, they've got to beat that man Suter again. Taking it quick.
They have, and short, as they look to get the ball away on this right-hand side. Can they get across it? They do, towards the penalty spot area, but they almost rather left it for each other, and in the end no one got on the end of it. And Moy should clear his lines up towards halfway, and it'll go out for a throw-in to Tunisia.
Well, it's a good turnaround from Tunisia. You know, they've forced Australia back. Good start to the second half.
Yeah, it certainly is. A couple of early corners. Tunisia have it on the halfway line. There is no panic, plenty of time for them to turn this game around, and even if they did get an equaliser, how does that affect the Australian mindset? They would like 3 points here to set up that grandstand finale against Denmark. That's a good header down the touchline, and a chance here down the left-hand side. Come Tunisia, Lecky chasing back, and the referee has deemed that Ali Abdi has fouled him there. He just maybe overran it, Abdi, and allowed Lecky to get in.
I think you're right. I think he should have crossed a lot earlier. In the end, he allowed Lecky to get back in. Great recovery run from the Australian wide man.
There's a bit of an honesty about this Australian team, isn't there? There's no big superstar names, but players that are prepared to work hard and graft.
Well, but, you know, they have got great experience. I mean, Matt Ryan is 75 counts, Lecky 73, Moy 53. You know, so what's this, their sixth World Cup in a row, something like that?
Yeah, sixth World Cup in all. The ball now flipped in field. Here now is McGree, 30 yards out, drives forward. Right hand side of the field, ball swung towards the back post. Goodwin sets it up. Nobody arriving. McGree just couldn't get on the end of it. And now free kick as Moyes fouled 30 yards out from goal, but that was a lovely cushion ball in. I think Goodwin's got a right for someone to be on the end of that.
Yeah, maybe McGree just slightly caught on his heels. He was waiting for the ball to land rather than getting across his man. I mean, that's what Mitchell Duke did really well for the goal, wasn't he? Getting across the Tunisian centre-half, superb movement in the box.
5 gone second half, as you were at the break. Australia leading by a goal to nil. The referee has given Tunisia a free kick on the far side. Masakni was fouled. He gets ball back underway quickly. Maria gets it out wide on this near side to Bron. Feeds it into Jabali. He's bundled over. That will be another free kick. And all of a sudden these free kicks are starting to add up now.
Yeah, the issue is they haven't really got the players to just pump the ball in the box, so they often take it short, don't they? Try and work an angle. This one might be a little bit different. We'll wait and see.
Looking now, standing over the ball is Raheem Sleety. There's the one change from the opening draw. What can he deliver here? Again, Australia trying to hold a high line. 20 yards out from their own goal. Matt Ryan is just checking his angles, make sure he doesn't get caught out by anything. Lots of arms in the air as the ball floated in. Ryan comes to get it into traffic, didn't get much of it, but it is headed away, cleared away, and Australia looking to counter-attack now. They will feed it down their right touchline, but Abdi is over there to deal with the danger, and Tunisia have it back.
Well, I'm not really blessed with that much pace. That was Aaron Moy. Mitchell Duke trying to put the ball into the corner for Moy to run onto. Not really his game, Moy. That's more like it.
Yeah, he's just won it back there. Poor pass. That was the substitute. Sassy and gave it away. And Australia then get it straight back. The ball coming forward again. Here goes Jabali. Comes out wide right hand side, level with the edge of the penalty area, turns around, he needs support, and in the end he does really well to win a throw in.
He's sharp, isn't he? Really sharp, lovely little drop of the shoulder, and he works across the line really well.
Here's a chance now, they drive into the edge of the area. Tunisia look to pull it back. Jabali bulldozes his way through a couple of tackles. They're appealing for a penalty, Tunisia. I think maybe more the crowd than the players, but the referee waves it away, and now a free kick for Tunisia. Another foul, 30 yards out from goal.
Yeah, I mean, look, they just cleared their lines here, Australia. They took it quick, that free kick. Maybe it's going to be brought back, maybe.
Well, it was Masakni who was on the end of it. Well, he's playing on. The referee, there's a player down injured, so the referee clearly wasn't ready to start. It's Leidouni that's down. But this is the appeal for a penalty. It was Sleety who drove it in.
There's no penalty unless they're thinking on the clearance it hit. Maybe Leckie on the arm or the hand. I don't see anything wrong in that move at all.
No. There were he was, 5 yards away. He's had the ball drilled at him. I'm not sure he would have known a lot about that. The free kick then will be retaken here. 30 yards out from goal. It's just to the right for the right-hand post as they look at this. Sleety is there. He's going to take it. Ali Abdi is peeled away to the right. Ball into the area. One again. Sutar with a header. Leidouni has it. 25 yards out from goal. Lays it back. Cross from the left-hand side. He's headed away. That's too easy for Australia. And now they'll look to go forward quite quickly. They were looking for McGree. Didn't get on the end of it. Bit of head tennis on halfway. Tunisia, though, having more of the ball in this second half, and they've had 43% possession in this game now to Australia's 38, and another Tunisian free kick on halfway.
Yeah, it's a bit stop-start at the minute, but this time rather than put the ball in the box from that free kick, maybe they've learned Tunisia, because Harry Sutar has put his head on absolutely everything. Maybe they just have to try something a bit different, get round the outsides and maybe try and thread the ball into the middle a little bit more, risk possession. Because if they are going to go direct Tunisia, it looks like they're not really going to get much change out of Australia and Harry Sutar.
Yeah, you'd think not, but they're certainly having more of the ball down the right end of the field for their fans. 9 gone second half, live on TalkSport 2. Mark Wilson with the former Republic of Ireland striker David Connolly. Watching this one, the first of 4 World Cup commentaries across the TalkSport network. A couple of Rugby Union Autumn Internationals, some FA Cup action as well. We've got everything covered. If you've got the app, you won't miss a second of it wherever you are listening. All patiently being passed around by Tunisia. Australia just sat back saying, come on, what have you got? Well, we're going to try and roll the ball into the edge of the area. It's cleared away, but straight back to a white shirt at the moment. Australia can't get out, David, but to be fair, they're quite happy, aren't they? Saying to Tunisia, you can have it.
Yeah, what you would say is when they clear their lines a bit like that, rolls, can he just find a teammate? And they got it back now.
They have. Moy gets a good ball away, and that will invite them over the halfway line. Leckie goes past one. Jumps into the challenge but wins it. It falls now for Irvin. Jackson Irvin advancing forward. Plays it out wide on the left-hand side. Cross comes in and through the 6-yard box. There were 2 blue shirts there. Duke was one of them, but he slid in, just couldn't turn it into the goal.
It was unlucky. Just maybe the cross slightly too close to the Tunisian goalkeeper. I mean, Leckie does really well here. Looks like he's lost the ball 50-50. Comes out with it. And eventually the ball's fed wide from Jackson Irvin to Goodwin. He wants it. Takes one touch to set himself, and I think the cross is far too close to the goalkeeper.
But between the goalkeeper and the defender, there's not really an Australian within a couple of yards of it. Ball works its way out on the near side, and it's given away by Tunisia. 11 gone second half on TalkSport 2. Tunisia 0, Australia 1. The other game in this group kicks off at 4 this afternoon. It's on TalkSport. France-Denmark. Dan Wendell, Joe Shannon and Dean Saunders, the former Welsh international. He was quite scathing of Wales' performance yesterday against Iran and their tactics. What will they make of France against Denmark? Tune in at 4, you'll find out. Ball over on the far side, whipped in. That's a good ball. Duke just couldn't quite get enough on the header, and it skims away. Well, something out of nothing there for Australia, and had Duke just got up a bit higher, that would have been a chance.
Yeah, good move from Australia. Working the ball back to the goalkeeper, then out the other side. Deep delivery into Duke. I mean, he is such a threat in the air, isn't he? He wins near enough everything. Very difficult to mark in the box.
I mentioned it in the build-up to the goal. Just got desire to get in the area, hasn't he?
Yeah.
It was a problem. They're going to be offside here, Tunisia. A bit unnecessary, that. Down the near side, City right on the touchline and just caught offside.
And also the spaces are a little bit bigger, you know, in the second 45, because you go back to the start of the game, you know, Australia crossed an awful lot into the box, but that back 3 were pretty close and stood firm together. In this second 45, we're a bit more open.
Ball works its way out wide on the Australian right. They're looking to put a cross into the area, but it's cleared away. Deep gets the ball away for a throwing over on the far side. Australia still leading by a goal to 0. They'd love a second goal. It would make the remaining time a little bit more easier on the nerves, you would feel. As they're about to take the throw in towards the near post, but the keeper collects it and he will make his way out. Neither keeper's had too much to do. Ryan had a couple of worrying moments with those 2 chances late in the first half, but Carmen, other than the goal, despite Australia's good play, has not had a shot to save.
Well, you go back to that throw for Australia. I'm not too sure why they launched it in the box. I think if it was me, after Tunisia in that little spell in possession, I'd be pretending to throw it in the box but taking it short and just, you know, trying to keep the ball for a spell.
Well, there they're trying to get in with McGree. McGree shoulder to shoulder with the defence, and that was a good challenge there. Maria it was, who had to be strong, and he was strong. That's good defending from Tunisia. All played out on the Tunisian left-hand side now. Certainly Ali Abdi's starting to see more of the ball. He's trying to get forward. He tries to find Masakni. It's out for a throw-in over on the far side. A little bit more positive from Tunisia, but can they find a goal on the end of it?
Well, the issue they've got is they're probably wide, and they think, you know, we can't really put this in the box because Harry Shooter's been superb, towering performance at the back, rolls as well, and so have they got the quality to open Australia up for something clever?
Well, they've got a chance to put the cross in from the left-hand side here. They're trying to drive to the byline, driven across. Ryan palms it away on the near side, and it'll be played forward by Goodwin. Well, that was better, and it forced Ryan into action inside his own 6-yard box.
Yeah, they got to the byline, different angle, but nonetheless, I think Australia looked pretty comfortable in those sorts of situations.
Ball now works its way out wide on the far side. And again, a chance to put the cross in.
Who's there? Again, superb. The centre-half.
Yeah, great defending. But Tunisia are making Australia do more defending here as we approach the hour mark. At the Al Janoub Stadium in Al Wakra. Tunisia 0, Australia 1. Nicked away though here again, this time by Naeem Sleety, gets it away. Ball's allowed to bounce by Australia, and a little bit of panic there for the first time. The ball just slammed high in the air.
Well, looking at Goodwin, he's got to liven up a little bit. Taking too long, he's going to be pressed in possession. He'll make a decision much earlier when he gets the ball.
Yeah, ball back on the halfway line. Tunisia keeping the ball alive. The goalkeeper Darman comes forward. He plays it wide on the left-hand side. It's headed in off the touchline. And again, Tunisia come forward. They're certainly growing to the task here. Now Sassi, 25 yards out, he's going to have a shot. But in the end, it goes well wide. It draws looks of concern from the Tunisian fans behind that goal away to our right.
Yeah, their shooting from distance has been disappointing, hasn't it? Tunisia had that one in the first half from Drago, which was always rising. That one was dreadful as well.
Well, that was genuinely nearer the corner flag than it was the goal. We are about to see an Australian change. Now, this is one that maybe we thought this fellow was going to come, maybe start today. In fact, there's going to be a double change for Australia. Rustic is coming on. He's one of those that we thought with him chasing a win, he might have got a start today, though.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, I'm sure he had plans for him, Graham Arnold, in terms of coming on, because Rustic is terrific. What a talent. Probably their best playmaker, best player. The Aussies. Got a great free kick against Japan. A little look at that, didn't we, before the game? Bent it into the top corner.
It is.
And he's done well to actually make this World Cup, because Verona ruled him out, more or less. So terrific for Australia that he is fit.
Yeah, Jamie McLaren was also stripped and ready to go. We'll confirm that in a moment. It did look like they were making a double change, Australian. This maybe sense, Graham Arnold, that he's starting getting pushed back a little bit too much for his liking now.
Yeah, and they just look like they haven't really got going in this second half. A couple of times McGree caught on his heels, Goodwin caught on his heels. I mean, Mitchell Duke's putting a real shift up top, but maybe they might need some fresh legs now.
Yeah, Leckie has conceded a throw in far side. Mitchell Duke's goal has Australia in front as we go into the final third of this game. Live on TalkSport 2. Tunisia now starting to dominate proceedings. 46% possession, but they've turned it over. And Australia looking to break, but poor pass again from Goodwin. And it's given back. Tunisia will look to work their way forward. Good defending though over on this near side by Aziz Beach. And it's all the way back to the goalkeeper Ryan. Jabali will close him down, and it's cleared away up towards the halfway line. Australia just can't quite get hold of the ball at the moment, and now there's a foul given against Riley McGree.
Well, I didn't see too much wrong in that. I thought it was a decent challenge. This might be where they make their subs though, maybe Australia.
Yeah, and here we go, and it is going to be Ashton Rustic who comes on, and Jamie McLaren who comes on as well, and it is going to be Mitchell Duke, the goal scorer, that makes way, and Riley McGree will also go off. So a double change for the Socceroos. Maybe just wants a little bit more out of the attacking players, maybe looking to chase down Tunisia a bit more.
Yeah, looks like for like changes. Put a real shift in McGree and Mitchell Duke. I think Mitchell will be missed because McLaren is not quite as big, maybe not as powerful, a lot smaller, more diminutive. Certainly won't be able to go long up to him, and hope he flicks it on. Maybe might provide more energy, fresh legs.
Yeah, they need an out ball, don't they? They need someone to chase it down, and they're trying to break away again here, and Australia will get themselves a free kick over on the far side. Jackson Irvine was brought down, and a yellow card there for, I believe, for Ali Abdi. referee just came across and showed him the yellow card. The second of the afternoon for Tunisia.
Just a little tug back, wasn't it, on Jackson Irvine?
65th minute. The booking there. Seeing pictures of Tim Cahill in the stadium. What Australia could do with him.
Well,
at his pump.
They had Harry Kewell, I think, who went to the training camp as well. So Aussie footballing royalty looking on.
We're looking on over a window. We will find out over the closing stages here. As there's going to be another change this time from Tunisia, who are preparing Wadi Kazri, the man who, again, a player we thought we might have seen a bit more of so far, but Kazri is coming on, and he will have a threat for Tunisia.
Well, he's showing captaincy duties, isn't he, with Matsani, and those two are real talent.
Well, here comes Tunisia now down the left-hand side. Ball fed in, little flick back, shot comes in, it's blocked, they're screaming for a penalty. Referee's going to play on here.
Certainly it just hit the back of Aaron Moy, didn't it? I think he got in the right position there to block the strike.
Masakni with a shot. He's certainly going towards goal. Cross comes in from the left, and there's Tunisian players down in the box, but Ryan comes to claim it, and it's still 1-0, and Masakni again just asks the referee about the penalty shout.
Well, no, I don't think there's anything in this at all. Aaron Moy just got his body in the way, turned his back, like it struck his back, and maybe Tunisia resorting to a few shots from distance, and maybe the angle a little bit against them, but nonetheless they're taking it on out of that, maybe a sign of desperation, maybe.
Well, they've had a lot more ball in this second half, but they've not done a great deal with it. Ryan, really, only the cross that he's had to deal with when he palmed the ball away.
Well, McLaren's just muscled off the ball there. I mean, that wouldn't happen to Mitchell Duke.
It wouldn't, and now Tunisia again down that left-hand side. Jabali. Sutar just holds him off. He's like a man against a little boy there, Sutar. Just held his size.
He's been excellent. And you go back to the goal against France as well. Sutar, he's involved in it. A brilliant diagonal out wide. And he's had an excellent World Cup so far. He really has.
Leidouni, who will go off. And here comes Wadi Kazri. Certainly a threat for Tunisia. Kazri will look to get involved here. 24 goals for him. The man who now applies his trade in France with Montpellier.
Well, certainly an attacking change. We've got taken off a defensive holding midfielder, Leidouni, for Kazri. So they're kind of throwing the kitchen sink at this, Tunisia.
Yeah, well, you get 1 in 3, 24 in 72 for Tunisia. But Duke's goal the difference at the moment. And it's a goal that puts Australia in with a real chance of progressing. Here is Kazri now, gets the ball wide on the left. They're certainly attacking down that left-hand side, Tunisia. Now they're looking for the crossfield switch. And the ball cleared away out for a throw-in on the near side. You get the feel they'll get one chance, certainly, David.
Well, they might do. I mean, it's just whether they've got that quality to open. I mean, Graham Arnold, the ball bounced him there. He went there going and clear the ball and just let the ball run across his boot. He's certainly not going to get the ball back in play anytime soon.
Well, 22 remaining on TalkSport 2. Is it a football ahead? FA Cup second round to come. Here's a chance now. And Jabali just couldn't find his teammate. I think the offside flag had gone up, so he wouldn't have counted anyway.
Well, it looks like a few weary legs out there for Australia. This is where they have to focus, mentally as well as physically. Under an awful lot of pressure. I mean, there wasn't a lot in that offside. I mean, that was very, very close, but obviously it was.
I think it might have been that one, the second ball that was deemed to be offside. Time remaining. First of 4 World Cup games across the TalkSport network. Tunisia try and clear their lines, level with the edge of their own area, but Moy will pick up the clearance. He feeds it forward. Headed away again.
Oh, he's come to McLaren. Sorry, he's come to McLaren again. He's got to try and get hold of the ball, hasn't he? He's come on in a couple of times, been out-muscled.
Well, that was better from Hustik on the far side, and looked like he was pulled back, and he doesn't get a free kick. There's been a few confusing decisions from the officials this afternoon, and that may have been another one.
Well, they have to get up to speed, the two subs, you know, with the pace of the game, because they're more flair players, aren't they, Hustik and McLaren, but nonetheless, got to get hold of that ball, secure possession for your team, relieve a little bit of pressure.
Tunisia building from the back. McLaren chases down, and he closes down and wins the ball back high up the field, but it's given away again. City has it, gets it away. Kazri just trying to flick it forward. It's cleared up towards halfway. Picked up again by the white shirts. Sassi, the half-time substitute, looking for options. Goes to his right-hand side. Philip Bron. Now they're played along the back. Tunisia looking to try and get themselves going again here. Ball on halfway. So they're trying to push up a little bit higher up the field. We saw Moy there trying to win it back, but decided he wasn't going to get there, just backed off, and that allows Tunisia now to play the ball towards the final third. But Moy's got it back for Australia, and they will look to work their way out on this near side. There was almost a miscontrol there, and it's played forward. Chested down at the back by Tunisia.
They're just not getting hold of the ball, are they, Australia, at the minute? There's no Mitchell Duke there anymore, so when they are playing those longer passes, it's just coming straight back. They're not picking up the first or the second balls.
This is benching really well now, and he finds Goodwin, who plays it forward. Here's McLaren, left-hand side of the penalty area, pulls it in, big chance, and sliding in there was Leckie. He just couldn't get his foot on the end of it. Big chance, Australia, still 1-0.
Oh, terrific ball across the box from the substitute McLaren. He just fired this with his left peg, and it's just fractionally ahead of Leckie. So unlucky.
Well, if he'd got anything on that, it was going in the back of the net. The goalkeeper surely would have been beaten from there. But it's a chance that didn't quite fall as Australia would have wanted it. 19 remaining. Tunisia again coming forward. They need to do a little bit more with it here. Sassi has it. Feeds it now. City, that's a better pass. Inviting the ball into the area. Shot across goal. Masakni at the near post, and it was beaten away by Ryan. Ball comes back into the area, and it's hammered away, and the referee, I think, has given Australia, he's given them a free kick. He hasn't. He's play on, but that was a chance.
It was. I think Masakni's got to go across goal. He goes towards the near post, doesn't quite wrap his foot around this, and you'd expect Matt Ryan to save that, and he did.
Here's another chance, 25 yards out, across goal, and a shot straight into the arms of Ryan, who falls forward to collect it. Pretty routine, that one, but finally Tunisia starting to make Matt Ryan earn his money.
Absolutely. Look, this chance for Masakni's forced away from goal on his left foot, but he's got to really try and direct that across goal, straight into the arms of Matt Ryan. Is this opportunity again for Australia? McLaren just fizzes this, fires this across the 6-yard box, just ever so slightly ahead of Leckie. Really unlucky.
Flying in too well, hasn't he?
Too much pace on the cross, wasn't it? But it was very, very close.
It was right in the place where the goalkeeper couldn't get it and where the attacker couldn't get it. Still 1-0 Australia lead. That Duke goal on 23 minutes. As Australia looking for their first win, and more changes coming here, and Jabali is making way. Taha Yassin Kanisi is coming on, and also coming on into the action is Waji Kashrida. So a double change for Tunisia. Kanisi and Kashrida come on. Can they make an impact here? There's Australia with Aaron Moy. Just had another effort on goal. Fell edge of the box. He's hit it. It was always going over the top, but we've seen Aaron Moy score goals like that. He just didn't quite get his foot through it. And it's away for a goal kick. 16 and a half plus any added on time remaining. All played forward here. They've gone a bit longer, and now that's a nice takedown on this near side by Kashrida, the substitute. Wins a throwing down by the corner flag, and maybe just a little bit more being asked of this Australian defence now.
Well, they're certainly just trying to stretch Australia across the pitch. They've tried that diagonal a couple of times.
Well, here they are now with a chance. That's a good ball. It flicks off a header at the near post, and then comes off the late arriving Masakni. Just couldn't control the header. The deflection, though, took it out of his path. It came off Kai Rolls.
He done well, Rolls, didn't he? At full stretch. He's just trying to get something on this, just to clear it. In the end, landed at the head of Masakni, who then couldn't quite direct it towards goal. But they are certainly laying siege to this Australia goal now.
They are, but can they turn that into a goal? As one more change comes for Australia now, and it's going to be Milos Degenek who comes on, and he's going to replace Fran Karacic. I mentioned some tired-looking bodies. They've had a lot of running around to do in this second half, these Australian defenders.
Yeah, they have put a real shift in that back unit. It's been superb. I mean, Matt Ryan, you would say, hasn't had to make any sort of telling save. You know, he hasn't been worked with something into the corner. Everything so far has been at him or off target. Might have to be called upon to make a decent save at some point, and he's certainly the top goalkeeper, so they've got him behind him as well, that back unit. I mean, Suter's been superb. Roll's been excellent.
Castle just won a free kick, and he now will get the ball back underway, back in play. Tunisia running out of time. 15 left. Good ball over the top, but the run there of Kenisi was beaten by Matt Ryan, who had a good position all the way through that.
Yeah, just a little bit too straight, that pass from Senesi. I don't know why Matt Ryan bowled that out. He's put his fullback under enormous pressure there, and he lost possession. Surprised his experience, Matt. You know, take your time, get your defence up the pitch. The issue is they don't have Mitchell Duke anymore. Maybe if they had Mitchell Duke, they'd be going, right, let's get up the pitch, get it up to Mitchell, he'll win a flick on and we'll play in Tunisia's territory. As it is, they don't have that. You know, they got little McLaren, and it's forcing them to play out a little bit too much.
Well, they've got it on the halfway line here, Australia, and now they'll play it into the feet. Up front they go. Leckie gets it away. Hrustic has it. Holds onto it. Little bit of passing there, but not the best pass to Moore, but he did well to get the ball out wide to Behic. He'll cut in field now. Plenty of blue shirts coming forward. Australia would love that second goal. Goodwin plays a first-time ball. Leckie, well, he's done well to win the challenge edge of the area, but back there defending well was Maria.
He's gone, Leckie. He is absolutely gone. He's run his race. He looks knackered, maybe a touch of cramp. He's still down. Sometimes when you go to stretch and keep someone in play, that just makes your cramp worse, and he looks like he's feeling the back of his calf. I think for him, he's hoping, I'm sure Australian fans hoping that's cramp. Looks like it.
Yeah. Just rolled the socks down a touch.
And Rennie Meulenstein there, just having a word with Graham Arnold.
Yeah. Deep in conversation here. He has worked hard, Leckie. A record equal in 8th World Cup appearance. He's level, of course, with his goalkeeper, Matt Ryan.
Well, he won't want to come off, and I'm sure they want to keep him on, but he's got to be fit, because 77 gone, plus stoppage time. He's still got a fair way to go in this game. You need everyone fit and firing.
Well, they're deep in conversation. I'm sure they had plans of how maybe they were going to use their bench, and maybe weren't quite thinking this would have to happen, but he's coming off to the sideline. I think he's going to carry on, but he's, like you said, he's stretching those calves out. Pulls the socks back up, he's ready to go back on.
Well, it's difficult to run off cramp, especially with this, well, still, as we say, could be 20 minutes left, maybe. Who knows?
All given away over on the far side. Ali Abdi with a disappointed with that pass. We've got 12 remaining plus added on time. First of 4 from the World Cup today. Poland, Saudi Arabia, France, Denmark and Argentina, Mexico are all live on TalkSport from 1 o'clock onwards this afternoon. Here on TalkSport 2, Kings Lynn against Stevenage, the FA Cup second round, live and exclusive on TalkSport 2. And we follow that up. Wales against Australia and England against South Africa as the Autumn Nations Series draws to a close. 2 big games, and we'll hear them live on TalkSport 2 this afternoon. All headed away by Australia. Bit of a wrestle here. Australia, though, looking to break down their left-hand side. Rustic has it. He's got Moy outside him. Moy looks up from the left touchline. There are three blue shirts in the middle waiting for a cross. Can Moy deliver it? Moy now, he looked to spread it out wide. It wasn't the best pass, but it falls to the corner of the box. And it runs away and out for a throw-in over on the far side.
Well, I don't know what went wrong there. Maybe just took his eye off the ball there, Lecky, because that's a really good move. And it was a comfortable take for him on the chest. Just seemed to lose flight of the ball. Maybe a bit of fatigue setting in.
Look forward here. Ryan's come racing out of his goal. Now he needs to be careful. In the end, he'll just play it out for a throw-in. He probably got there a bit too early there, a bit of time to think about it.
Well, that high start position was a good 20 yards outside his box. What I would say, he's put the ball out in his own half, and he could have bashed that down the other side of the pitch and forced Tunisia back. I don't know why he cleared it so close to his own goal.
Well, such is the way of the world. Tunisia and go back into their own half anyway to build up play. They've been better second half, but we mentioned right at the top of the show today that we wondered where the Tunisian threat would come from, and well, they've rolled the dice, they've thrown the subs on as Ryan just watches another ball go harmlessly behind his goal, a long ball forward, and you get the feeling Tunisia is starting to run out of ideas here.
Certainly. They've taken on a few shots from distance, a couple of crossfield passes that have gone off the pitch, lacked accuracy. And the head coach there, Kadri, I'm sure he's pondering, what else can I do now? He's tried everything. He can't put any more attackers on the pitch, but haven't quite had the impact that he would have wanted. They struggled to open up Australia in around the box. They've really lacked the finesse and guile and craft. And unless it's Masakni, it doesn't look like anyone else is really going to make anything happen.
No, just over 9 minutes remaining. Tunisia win it on the halfway line as strong challenge goes in, but it's play on here. Slitty has it on this near side. Works its way forward. They're going out wide on the left-hand side, looking to put the cross in as Abdi falls in the area, and Sutar tried to let it roll and then realised he was going to have to put it behind. That was more threatening from Tunisia. They've got a corner. Yeah,
tried a little clever dink ball into the box here rather than the deep delivery. As you say, nearly caught Sutar out there, took no chances, cleared his lines. And this is where, with this delivery, they've got to get it right. Tunisia keep it away from Sutar if they want to get a goal.
Whip the ball in near post. There's a bit of wrestling there. That might be looked at. Ball will be recycled down the left-hand side, but all they can do is keep it from going out for a goal kick. Well, there looked to be a bit of a challenge near post, but no real appeals. Kazri's just having a word with the referee. Just wonder if this may get checked.
Well, no, I think they're just saying to the referee about the time that it's taken for Australia to take these throw-ins in the second half. They have taking their time, but he's indicated to his watch, no, this will all be accounted for at the end.
Well, if there's one thing players can't complain about this World Cup, it's the not enough time being added on, and he's telling them again, get on with it.
Well, they might have had a little look at that incident in the box. Maybe that just brought him a little bit of time, the referee, but he's waved on.
Yeah, play on. Now a free kick for Australia on halfway. 1-0. Australia lead inside the Al Janoub Stadium in Al Wakra, and they're going to make more changes here, Australia, next time the ball goes out of play. But when will it go out of play? And Sutar again is forced to hoik the ball out of the edge of his own penalty area, and it's just getting a little bit more frantic, this defending from Australia. Signs that nerves are starting to fray a little bit for them as well.
Well, what will they do here? Will they maybe on this throw launch it in the box? Tunisia try something different. Yeah, it looks that way.
He's coming off the fence, isn't he, Abdi? That's not a bad long throw either. Headed away though. Volley comes in from distance and it bounced just in front of Ryan. It was Talibi with a shot. And that was well dealt with there by Ryan. That could have been really dangerous.
It's ambitious though, isn't it? He's a good 30 plus, 35 yards out. Takes an awkward bounce in front of Ryan, but I think it's got to be something special to beat Matt Ryan. Straight into his arms.
Long ball forward from Australia, headed away over on the far side. Deganet just lets it roll out for a throw in.
And Lecky sort of indicates, well, why are you kicking to me? Because, he's 5'7", he's not going to win it, and he didn't. This is where maybe the changes will come in. We might see the end of Lecky, or maybe not.
Lucky and Goodwin are both running empty on the fuel stakes, as Moy does well. Feeds it forward. McLaren will do the running, but it's played out comfortably here. And forward they go again, Tunisia. Moy though picks it up on halfway and he sets off the other way. Looks to get it out wide. Leckie now, chance to deliver. Ball out for a throw-in over on the far side. He's certainly not the threat he was earlier in the game. And the referee just stops play as we're going to get some substitutions coming on. And I think Leckie might be one of those that is going off. We'll find out in a moment. Also going off is Craig Goodwin. We thought that one would happen. Now Armobile of Cadiz comes on for Goodwin. And Leckie trudges off on the far side. His race is run. And it's going to be Keanu Bacchus that comes on, plays at centre, and his second appearance in the World Cup as well. So Mobile and Bacchus on. The two wide players have been changed. That might just freshen things up. Last 5 minutes plus added on time. Ball towards McLaren. He got a good header on it. They headed it away from goal. Now the ball is played deep towards the far post. It's headed away by Tunisia. Sassi will complete the clearance. Oh, an error there at the back. A big error. And a chance here for Tunisia. Closing in on goal. Brilliant tackle from Soutar. Brilliant tackle to deny Kanisi. It was Kanisi who pounced on an error there from Kai Rolls. And now forward come Australia. Moy again seems to be growing in energy as those around him flounder, but he loses out. But that was a great cover tackle from Soutar.
Absolutely. For the second time in this game, he's covered across. Rolls just trying to clear his line, lost his footing, and outstanding again from the Australian centre-back, who's been sensational. What a story it is for him to even be at this World Cup, fit enough, and what he's had to, the tragedy he's had to encounter as well, losing his brother. He's been excellent.
He has. Colossal performance. Ball back to the goalkeeper. He placed it up quite nicely there, Darman. He's not seen a lot of the ball in this second half. It's forward again, go Tunisia. Rampaging forward to the edge of the box. They try and slide it through. Kanisi will get it back. Saliti, weaving run. Couldn't get it away. And it's cleared away in the end. Like Ricky Villa in the FA Cup final.
I mean, Mobile has to get up to the speed of the game. I think the subs at times look like they've struggled to get into it, Australia. I mean, he's just Tunisian right back. He's just run past Mobile like he's not there. I know he's young, but he's got to get up to speed here, Mobile.
Masakni lays it off. They done it the shot. They play it out wide on the left. Cross driven in straight into the arms of Ryan, who clutches it gratefully. There were 4 white shirts in front of him, but the cross was far too near the keeper.
Yeah, he was straight into his arms. Here's this touch or miscontrol from Rolls. The ball bounced up, hit him in the face, then he completely lost his foot. He fell over, and if it wasn't for his other centre half to switch on, or his Soutar, it's superb.
Was indeed. Seeing it again. Maybe just the first touch of Kanisi took him a little bit away from goal, didn't it?
It was heavy as well. He just invited those long legs of the Stoke centre back. Great challenge.
Brilliant tackle. Here though, again, down the right-hand side this time, looking to get the cross in if they can. Can they fashion a chance? It's straight at Ryan. It was Wabi Kazri who got on the end of it. He's not seen too much of it in the area, but that was another half chance. I mean,
this is where it comes down. Australia's left, and at times, I know they've made the change with Mobile. I mean, the story behind him is something else, but defensively, he's got to switch on. This is the World Cup. He's got to help his fullback out. He's leaving him completely isolated. It's the second time now they got round the back.
You'd argue that the subs for Tunisia have had a little bit more impact on the game than the ones for Australia.
Yeah,
you?
certainly.
There's a chance for Rustic down that right-hand side. He's just eased off it there by Abdi. In fact, it was Talbi who cleared it away. Now the ball works its way down the right again. Tunisia full of running as we go inside the 89th minute. Down this near side. Shrida gets it, but he's got it infield, and a sliding challenge there. Saliti, and now the ball comes out again wide right. They're probing Tunisia. Can they produce the one great chance that will give them a chance? They play France in their final game. That will be tough. And they work their way into the edge of the area, and Australia again will play their way out of trouble from the back, but they've given it away. Moy will come across and crunches into the challenge. He's been, I think, second half, he's done plenty of work in that midfield.
He has, and testament to him, you know, the time he spent on his own. I think Australia, they had a strength and fitness coach that worked with him in a local park in Glasgow, getting him fit. Prior to joining Celtic, and he's been superb here, considering he hasn't played an awful lot of football, has he?
It's amazing, isn't it, when you think, you know, how successful he was, and then ends up without a club, but he's back in the game now. He's certainly in this Australian team a key figure, as is Sutar, who wins yet another challenge. Needs to get back and defend again. Well, a foul goes in there by the substitute Kanisi.
Well, the ball's in the middle third, and Hrustic comes on. He tries to play a nutmeg, loses possession. You just think the subs, I'm sure Graham Arnold will say to him, look, play the game, manage the game. We're 1-0 up, last few minutes, you know, it's not a time to be trying to nutmeg people. Coming around the halfway line.
6 added on minutes. Maybe Tunisia would have hoped for more than that. We've had half a minute of those 6 already. Ryan taking a free kick, and he's going to eke every second he can out of this one.
Well, where's he going to go? Where's he going to try and hit? He's got to just put this in the corner somewhere. That's not a bad kick.
It's headed away by Tunisia, and they will go forward long. Sutar's been pulled back, but still holds off Kanisi and gets it back to Matt Ryan, who will not play out this time. Plays it forward to halfway, taken down on the chest by Tunisia, through the centre circle with Sassi. All move wide on the left-hand side. Time running out. 5 minimum added minutes remaining. And still they try and pass their way through Australia. All over on the left-hand side now, level with the edge of the box. Back to centre they go, 35 yards out. Thought for a moment they were going to have a shot. Would have been one of desperation. Saliti has it on the near side. Little drop of the shoulder onto his left foot. Puts the crossing towards the far post. Ball bouncing around edge of the area. Cleared away. Sassi will get it. He puts it back into the edge of the area. A chance here for Tunisia. Can they get the ball back to Khazri? Khazri has Moy in front of him. Moy blocks the attempted shot. Ball bouncing around edge of the area. And it's Moy who will bring it away again. Khazri tries to stop his progress.
Brilliant.
Moy does so well. And now a free kick. And that was brilliant midfield play.
It was. You know, he reads that Khazri's going to try and put the ball in the box, sticks a foot out, blocks the cross, and then he goes and gets after his interception, keeps it in play. Lovely turn, and a one-sided free kick. And he's been outstanding, Aaron Moy.
So a win here, should they hang on, puts pressure on Denmark, who play France this afternoon. Could well be a winner takes all next game between Denmark and Australia if it stays this way. Tunisia won't be out, but they would need to beat France, and that's going to be a tough ask.
It is. All Australia can do now, put the ball in the corner again, as they've done there. Keep it alive.
He plays it forward, but there's no blue shirt there ready to take it.
I tell you what, they've really struggled without Mitchell Duke, haven't they?
Yeah, they have. Tunisia advancing. Good interception that time from Mobile. Gets it out for a throw-in on halfway. Do they take him quickly? We've had 3 of the minimum 6 remaining. Tunisia 0, Australia 1. Australia on their way to their first 3 points of the 2022 World Cup in Qatar. But Tunisia have got other ideas. They're trying to feed it down the right. They'll keep it in. Sakiri puts it in. It's a good cross, but Ryan collects. Came into traffic and came up with the goods.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want your goalkeeper to do under pressure. Come for a cross if you can. Takes it cleanly. That's about 8-9 yards out. He's come a long way off his goal line there. Superb. Gets a little pat on the head from his centre halves. And they know they're close, these Australian fans. The camera pans to them.
long ball forward. Tunisia running out of time, running out of hope. They won't be eliminated, but their task will be a tough one as they aim to get out of the group. And they go all the way back to Daman, the goalkeeper, beaten by that kick header on 23 minutes. A well-constructed Australian goal, a wonderful team goal that might see them off and running in Qatar. All wide on the Tunisian left. They'll rue those two chances right at the end of the first half. Masakni had one of them when he fired wide from close range. Now the cross comes into the area. It's still bouncing around. Kazi beaten again by a good challenge edge of the box. Still Tunisia have it. It's a poor ball. It was a tired crossing. And it's headed away by Australia midway inside their own half.
Yeah, it's under hit, but nonetheless the ball's going to be back in play pretty quick. Just got to keep focusing here. Australia, concentrate.
Here's their one last chance. We're inside the 6 minimum added on minutes. Tunisia, can they strike? Ball in, headed away. It's not yet cleared from danger. Oh, that hit a hand. It was outside the area. It comes back in and it's cleared away. And there were no real appeals from the Tunisians. Degenek, I think. Oh, right, might have been Beich on the far side. It struck an arm anyway. And Australia punt the ball downfield. And they're chasing here. There may be one on the break for them. There is a chance on the break here. Can they find a cross? Dancing his way into the area was Mobile, but he's lost it. And it's now or never for Tunisia now.
He's got to keep the ball in the corner, Mobile. I don't know why he drives inside into traffic. Loses possession. I mean, he's lucky. Tunisia give the ball away as well. Got away with that one.
Well, Matt Ryan has just stood with the ball on the byline, waiting for a Tunisian to come and get it. Graham Arnold is furious on the sideline about something. That might have been Mobile,
I think it is. I mean, the story of him is brilliant in terms of a refugee. Came to Australia as 11-year-old from, I think it was Kenya. You know, some story.
Ball goes forward and that's it. The Socceroos have got the win. A win they needed to keep their hopes of qualification alive. Mitchell Duke with a goal on 23 minutes, a wonderful team goal. It was a great header and a great goal for Mitchell Duke. Tunisia had a couple of really good chances at the end of that first half. They dominated preceding second half, but they could not find an equaliser. And now Australia set up a final group game against Denmark, knowing that their qualification hopes are in their own hands.